Welcome to the Autodidact Lab. Right now, as you sit watching this, an invisible war is raging inside your own body. To see it, we have to look past the microscopic barrier of your skin and travel deep into the crimson, rushing environment of your bloodstream. Here, your body faces constant threat from pathogens. These are foreign invaders, like viruses or bacteria, that cause disease once they breach your internal defenses. Your body doesn't rely on a single organ or a central brain to fight back. Instead, it deploys a massive, decentralized military network made up of billions of individual white blood cells. Because there is no central command dictating their every move, these cells operate entirely on their own. They communicate and coordinate their defense using a complex language of chemical signals. Surviving the infection depends entirely on this decentralized network. It has to recognize a breach and escalate its response before the invading microbes can multiply out of control. The moment a virus slips in and begins copying itself, local cellular security forces arrive at the site of the breach. Leading the charge is the macrophage. The name comes from Greek, literally meaning big eater, and it acts as a massive patrol unit constantly scanning for microscopic threats. When it finds one, it initiates phagocytosis, a physical mechanism where the macrophage surrounds the solid viral particle, pulling it into an internal cellular bubble. Once the invader is trapped inside, the macrophage floods that newly formed bubble with highly destructive enzymes to physically tear the virus apart. Killing a single virus doesn't win the war. The true tactical value of this execution is harvesting the enemy's structural blueprint to prepare for the massive waves of invaders still multiplying in the tissues. The macrophage sifts through the wreckage of the destroyed virus and extracts a specific physical piece of its structure. This animated diagram shows that fragment acting as an antigen, a distinct molecular signature identifying the specific threat. With the antigen secured, the macrophage travels through the lymphatic vessels to reach central command, the lymph nodes, delivering this critical intelligence. Waiting inside the lymph node is the helper T cell. This is the intelligence officer of the immune system, specifically designed to read and interpret these viral blueprints. The macrophage and the helper T cell engage in a precise physical handshake. During contact, the macrophage officially transfers the antigen data over to the T cell. Armed with this data, the T cell enters a phase of rapid division, copying its DNA to create thousands of identical soldiers over several hours. This massive expansion is what eventually allows it to broadcast a chemical alarm that reaches the entire body. This distribution of intelligence transforms the body's defense strategy. It moves from a localized blind brawling in the tissues to a coordinated systemic mobilization. The chemical alarm from the T cells reaches another group of defenders, the B cells. These act as the heavy weapons manufacturers of your immune system. This factory visualization demonstrates how they produce antibodies, highly specific Y-shaped proteins, custom engineered to bind exclusively to the enemy's molecular signature. The activated B cells enter a hyperproduction phase, pumping millions of these antibodies directly into the bloodstream. This massive swarm floods the battlefield. They immediately lock onto the exposed structural spikes of the remaining pathogens. This locking mechanism completely paralyzes the viruses. They can no longer move or infect new cells, and the antibodies effectively tag them for rapid cleanup by other immune cells. Deploying this wave of customized, precision-engineered protein weaponry decisively breaks the pathogen's siege and wins the war. With the pathogen eradicated, the battlefield quiets down. The vast majority of the mobilized immune cells undergo programmed cell death, intentionally dismantling themselves to restore peace and normal fluid levels. However, a select few veteran cells purposely remain behind. This introduces the concept of biological memory. These surviving memory T cells and memory B cells act as a permanent biological hard drive. They retain the exact antigen blueprint of the defeated pathogen for years, sometimes decades. If that exact same neon green virus ever breaches your body's perimeter again, the stakes are completely different. Your response timeline drops from several days to mere seconds. Because the blueprint is already saved, your body skips the entire intelligence gathering phase.
The memory cells instantly recognize the invader and immediately start manufacturing targeted antibodies. The immune system annihilates the threat before the virus can multiply. The defense is so fast and efficient that you never feel a single symptom. The human immune system acts as an evolving memory bank. It actively learns from its enemies, ensuring it never fights the exact same war twice. Thank you for learning in the Autodidact Lab.